In this video, the most effective supplement to improve your GFR, and also how a CKD patient went from kidney failure to kidney success by improving their GFR by 88% with a therapy your doctor would never prescribe. Catherine here, I'm a doctor of natural medicine, and today I've got something nephrologists absolutely love to ignore. A natural treatment scientifically proven to help CKD patients improve. You see, over the years, I've treated patients who've spent decades going from doctor to doctor collecting medical jargon instead of results. Because let's be honest, seeing a doctor sometimes feels like subscribing to a streaming service. Lots of talking, endless fees, but never the show you actually wanted to watch. And that's why I'm trying to do things a little bit differently from most doctors. Because you see, in the last few years, I've had several patients that came to me after seeing several specialists for years, sometimes decades, without a single chance of improving their kidney function. And yet, after a few changes, the 5 changes I'm going to show you today, some of them started to actually improve. Some patients were even able to get out of CKD altogether.
Over here in America, a lot of doctors just don't care about their patients. And I'm going to give you a list of things I did that took my kidneys from 54 to 98.
Here's the kicker. I'm currently working on an academic paper about this, featuring at least 4 incredible case reports. I'm doing it because some nephrologists seriously need a wake-up call. The truth is that patients can actually get better if they receive adequate care. Yes, things need to change, but let's face it, when I will publish this in a medical journal, approximately 4 people, including my mom, will read it. But if I put it on YouTube right now, at least a dozen people will hear it. A dozen! Move over, Mr. Beast, I'm coming for your subscribers. So today, consider this your free consultation as I reveal these essential steps to actually improve kidney health, including the treatment that improved a patient's kidney function by 88%. And no, that's not clickbait. I'm a doctor, not a crypto influencer. So don't miss the final part of this video. Before that, I want to share with you an incredible finding hot off the presses, straight from 2025. Chances your nephrologist read it already? Approximately the same as the chance they text you back promptly. So, this new study compared 2 super popular supplements among CKD patients, probiotics versus NAC. And yeah, they will tell us exactly which one of these 2 is more effective in improving your kidney function. Interesting, isn't it? Because I mean, chances are you're already taking one of these, right? Or maybe both, you overachiever. And yes, they both work. But here's the thing. We finally have science to settle the ultimate supplement showdown. Who will win, NAC or probiotics?
Right.
Who will reign supreme in the kidney protection championship? Because here is the thing. Most study will just test one supplement, maybe against a placebo. But this study, they didn't just test patients with both supplements separately like some boring, reasonable researchers. Nope, they went full gladiator mode and did a head-to-head battle royale. They got the probiotics army fight the NAC rebellion here. And honestly, this is exactly how all studies should be conducted. It makes a lot easier for me to make videos about them. And I mean, when was the last time you curled up with a nice cup of tea and the latest issue of the Journal of Nephrology? Exactly. Anyway, what they did here is taking 2 of the most popular supplements for CKD patients, NAC and probiotics, and test them on 50 CKD patients for 6 months. And guys, the results were incredible. Both the groups improved, both at the first and second follow-up. Check out this regression line. So imagine that 50 patients in all the stages of CKD, and everyone improved for at least 6 months. So now the question is, since they gave the patients either probiotics or NAC, which one of the groups do you think improved the most? What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section.
Right.
Which is more powerful, probiotics or NAC? And the answer is probiotics. Probiotics are the winner here, and you should totally start taking them if you aren't already. Probiotics are very easy to use and they have little to no side effects. But does that mean I will stop recommending NAC? Not at all, because while I do always recommend probiotics to my patients, I have even created my very own renal probiotic. Antioxidants such as NAC are also very useful. Now guys, if we go back to the title of the study for a moment, we may also see that these patients were also receiving a third supplement, keto analogs, and that's very relevant here. It's of course the source of big part of the improvement these patients achieved. More about this in a moment. So in short, recent study proved that both NAC and probiotics can be extremely effective in lowering creatinine levels and improving GFR in CKD patients as long as they are combined with keto analogs. And we will see why that matters in a moment. But remember that probiotics are more effective than NAC, says science. They are the real secret sauce for improvement. Speaking of secret sauces, if you're tired of the generic one-size-fits-no-one approach that don't give you the results you want, maybe it's time for a personalized plan that actually works. Look, here's the deal. I offer personalized one-on-one consultations. No cookie butter plans. No take 2 pills and stop calling me prescriptions. My goal is simple, to actually help you get results fast. And with your first consultation, I throw in a custom-made renal diet tailored to your labs, symptoms, and CKD stage. It's science-backed, patients tested, and even your nephrologist will approve as soon as they see your results. Ready to stop guessing and start improving? Send me an email at catherine@newhopeforkidneypatients.com or click the link in the description. Okay guys, let's go back to the most effective intervention to actually improve your kidney numbers. As promised, let's talk about keto analogs. Because today's video is all about stuff your doctor would never prescribe, alright? And well, if you want to see your nephrologist more confused than an influencer trying to explain their actual job to their grandmother, all you need to do is to show them a study about keto analogs and ask them why you are not receiving them. In fact, as we can clearly see, in the study we just examined, all the patients were also receiving keto analogs, alright? But keto analogs were not being tested here. They were the ace in the sleeve, a supplement used to make sure the patients were actually going to improve. Because, a study sounds a lot more interesting when you can put in the abstract. Yeah, by the way, we saved 100 souls from kidney failure while we were writing this paper. Because the effectiveness of these supplements, keto analogs, was never up for debate, alright? So now the question is, what are keto analogs and how do they prevent CKD patients from ending up in dialysis? Okay, let's talk about the only intervention with keto in its name that actually works. Sorry keto warriors, bacon and butter are still not considered medicine. And here's the thing. Keto analogs themselves are not a supplement that can actually improve your kidney function. But unlike bacon and butter, they can actually be used to support an intervention that's actually going to help you, which is the very low protein diet. Because here's the thing. Patients with CKD have no way of improving their kidney function if they don't seriously cut the amount of protein they are eating. I'm not just talking about avoiding steak and bacon. Even legumes, seeds, and other high-protein plant-based foods should be limited in your renal diet. So now the question is, how do we survive if we don't eat any protein? Drastically cutting protein is essential to improve kidney health, but too little protein causes protein energy wasting. Basically, it's medical speak for, oops, you cut too much, buddy. This condition is characterized by increased inflammation and loss of muscle and body mass. Now, this is pretty rare, don't get me wrong. It almost only happens in very weak patients with symptoms of advanced CKD such as nausea that prevent them from eating enough food every day. But it's still something a lot of people worry about, and well, we have a solution for that. Enter keto analogs. In fact, while the body needs protein, or even better, the amino acids that make protein always come in bundle with some incredibly dangerous toxins that only want to wreak havoc in your kidneys. Nitrogen, phosphorus, indoxyl sulfate, and the dreaded p-cresyl sulfate. Keto analogs are a special type of amino acid that has been stripped of all the toxins. Yeah, it's like protein took anger management classes. Pop these bad boys and you're basically getting protein's greatest hits album without any of the B-sides nobody asked for. All sweet amino acid of mine, 0 November nitrogen. Yeah, all the muscle building benefits without the kidney destroying drama. And guys, I know I'm starting to sound like a keto analog televangelist who's one PowerPoint away from a pyramid scheme pitch. But here's the thing. Keto analogs are basically the kryptonite for all keto bros and carnivore influencers in the world, and I want everyone to know about it. Now, keto analogs only come with one problem. They are rather expensive and hard to find, especially in some parts of the world, which, I mean, it's just perfect, you know, because of course, the one thing that could shut up every carnivore influencer comes with a small catch of being rarer than a humble fitness guru and pricier than their supplement stock. And now, at this point, you might be asking, is there a better alternative? Maybe something that's not harder to get than a straight answer from your insurance company? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because there may be something for you. Yeah, there is a supplement, easy to find and cheap, and that will actually give you about 80% of the kidney protection of keto analogs. And here's the funniest part. The supplement you can use to replace your super expensive keto analogs is coming right from the gym locker of your favorite gym bro. I'm talking about essential amino acids. This is a supplement marketed for gym goers that does absolutely nothing good for its target audience, but that could potentially save you from dialysis. So we went from talking about a rare nutraceutical your doctor should prescribe, keto analogs, to talking about stuff gym bros have trouble selling to their friends, essential amino acids. By the way, when I say that these cheap supplements can potentially save you from dialysis, what I actually mean is that there are people today that are not doing dialysis just because they were prescribed essential amino acids in combination with a very low protein diet. In short, you can delay dialysis by many years if your diet is very low in protein and you are taking the right kind of amino acids, says science. But now you may ask, which one is better of these amino acids? So which one should you choose? Regular protein from meat, essential amino acids, EAA in short, or keto analogs? Well, I've created a table to show you just that. As we can see, you can get all the protein your body needs from each one of these protein sources: animal foods, gym bros, amino acids, and keto analogs. But of course, the differences start when we examine the amount of toxins these protein sources contain. Let's talk indoxyl sulfate and p-cresyl sulfate first. These are the reason why your kidneys are suffering. These are the toxins that are slowly eating away your remaining nephrons. And while eating butter and bacon will get you a ton of these kidney destroyers, amino acid supplements produce virtually none of these. And I mean, that's a huge win, right? Because even if you just replace your T-bone steak with super cheap EAAs, you are still getting rid of a ton of kidney destroying toxins, but without renouncing to the protein you need to protect your body. Now let's talk about phosphorus. Phosphorus doesn't just turn your kidneys into scar tissue, your bones into mush, and your skin into sandpaper. It's also used as a food preservative. So while keto analogs have zero phosphorus in them, of course, some EAA's brands may put phosphorus in their products. Yeah, that's the reason for the big asterisk. Essential amino acids shouldn't have phosphorus in theory, but remember that these supplements are being tested on CKD patients off-label. So we don't really know what brands are safe and what aren't. And of course, EAAs may have some nitrogen, which keto analogs don't have. Now guys, I know this sounds a bit confusing, and this is not the only reason why I've never talked in depth about these supplements in the past. Because here's the thing, I'm always afraid people will start overloading on amino acids when they don't need to. Because the truth is that both EAAs and keto analogs can be dangerous if taken without due care. EAAs can be bad for your kidneys and keto analogs for your wallet. So in short, these supplements only work with a very low protein diet. Make sure your protein intake is less than 0 before even thinking about taking these supplements. And make sure someone is monitoring your levels. Yes, in order for these treatments to be safe, your doctor would actually monitor your lab reports and to talk with you for more than 30 seconds. Oh, the horror! Imagine having to actually talk with patients, and more than once every 6 months. Because now the question is, do you actually need an amino acid supplement at all? Okay guys, as I was saying, for some patients, it might be better not to take amino acids at all. Because here's the thing, you can still improve even without supplementing any amino acids. This recent case report is a proof of that. This stage 4 patient improved his GFR by 88% in just 3 months, just by following a low protein diet. No amino acids needed, and he still improved. Okay, and now you may ask, how was he able to go low protein but without amino acids and still survive? Well guys, here's the thing. Plenty of patients improve not just their kidney function but their serum protein level when they go from eating meat to a low protein diet. The amount of protein you have in your blood may improve if you switch to a diet that's lower in protein. And you can also read this from the study on screen right now. The decrease in proteinuria is associated with beneficial effects on serum albumin levels. Yeah, they call them serum albumin levels, but what albumin means is protein here. So how does that work, you may ask? I mean, many people are saying that if you don't eat enough protein, you will die. But there are studies saying that eating less protein may increase the amount of protein available to the body instead. How is that even possible? Well, here's the thing. Many CKD patients have proteinuria. They lose protein in the urine. And what happens when we start them on a low protein diet? The amount of protein in the urine decreases because their kidneys are working better now. And where is all that protein going now that you are not peeing it out anymore? In your muscles, in your tissue, in all the organs that need it. And it's free protein. You don't need to take supplements to get it. Just to swap bacon and eggs for oatmeal. So here's what I tell all my patients when I start them on a renal diet. Don't worry about the amino acids for now. Let's just keep an eye on your serum protein level. If that doesn't improve with the low protein diet, we will reduce protein even further and start you on amino acid supplementation. So there you have it guys, the exact same advice I give my patients, except you didn't have to sit in a waiting room for 2 hours reading magazines from 2019 in order to receive it. And if you want to know more about the renal diet, my video appears for you, and this is all for today. Thank you for watching. God bless you all. Bye-bye!